and welcome to Our Life Simplified. This is a channel where you will find several topics in regards to my hobbies and my interests, such as gardening, chickens, grilling, cooking, woodworking, and other various DIYs. I will be experimenting a lot with different things and sharing what works with me and my family. Today is April 15th of 2023, and what I plan on doing today is getting this mulch in my walkways. And if you can take a look, come closer. In my walkways, as you notice, it is lower than what I would like it to be, and also there are multiple weeds that are trying to grow through. So I'm going to raise the walkways. Okay, and I'll give you a brief tour of my garden, what I have so far. This is pre-summer planting in this first walkway. Right now I do have some of my cool weather crops, such as these are snow peas, and they're not as far as I would like to see them. This is going to be our tomato bed. All the green you see here is garlic. I have garlic there, and some garlic planted here and over there, and also in the third row all the way down. That garlic, I was doing an experiment, and I planted that in January of this year because we had a few weeks of warmer weather, and I didn't feel like I planted enough garlic. Garlic normally in our zone, 6B, generally is planted around September. They usually say no later than October 1st. So I planted these back around October 1st of last year. And I have soft neck, and for the first time I have hard neck, these last couple of rows here that I'm planting, or that I planted. And backstory about the soft neck garlic, this is actually an ancestral garlic that my grandparents used to grow in their garden. And my grandpa immigrated over from Italy back in the 1920s. My grandmother was born here in the United States, but her parents immigrated over from Italy as well. So they had a garden their whole life, and I remember growing up as a young child going and visiting. They always had their garlic and all their vegetables, the tomatoes and peppers and eggplants and whatnot. Anywho, I also have some lettuces growing here, some spinach that's getting ready to go to seed, which I'm probably going to seed save this year. Have some carrots, and these carrots I'm going to have to thin out a little bit. I started doing that and transplanting them over in this area, so we'll see how those do. And I did plant some onion already right here and kind of throughout the bed next to my lettuces. Here I have parsley. I believe it was the Italian flat parsley. That actually came back from last year. I had parsley growing in several areas of the garden. It's a great companion plant on top of great for cooking. But I am pleased to see that they did come back this year. I'll probably plant a little bit more because that was the only area that it came back. And right here is my asparagus. This is the second year. I'm not going to do anything with it right now. I'm just going to let them grow since it is the second year, but I was super excited because last year I just threw seeds down, and this is what it produced this year. Okay, and in the second door here, I have some more snow peas growing on each side. And I have my onions that I have planted. These were from my onion sets that I got. My garlic I talked about, that I planted in January. And some more snow peas and radishes that didn't do so hot. This is my first year planting radishes. I just threw the seeds down about a month or so ago. So today I plan on planting my garden. I normally wait until the end of April or beginning of May due to the fact that we sometimes have cold snaps and a freeze. I looked at the 10-day forecast and I noticed that there was no cold snap that was going to be coming our way, so I decided today is the day I am going to be planting and taking my chances that no freak weather comes and hits us in May. Okay, so what I am going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and get working by laying this mulch in my walkways. Okay, so I started shoveling the mulch and I kept walking back and forth down to the end there, and my daughter gave me the great idea, get the wheelbarrow, fill it up so you're not having to walk back and forth 100 times. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so a quick note, do you see how there's all these weeds in my walkway here and all throughout? What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the bulk of those weeds first before I lay the mulch. Okay, so I didn't do a perfect job, but I got the weeds that were really sticking up high. So for me, this is acceptable to go ahead and continue laying mulch over it. And with the mulch being thick enough, it should kill any of the undergrowth. Okay, so here is the finished product. I probably laid about, I don't know, 4 or so inches on each side of the walkway. This will be helpful and beneficial. I know I have soaker hoses that I run in my garden during the times when there's drought. My husband hooked up a connection where right there is where the hose gets connected. So it's one hose, and he has laid the PVC all the way around and at each of the bed entrances. He's got it capped right there, and that's where the soaker hose will connect. And then this is the second bed's connection. And then I don't know if you can see, there is the third bed's connection. So this mulch was purchased by the truckload. My husband used his truck to go and pick up the mulch. And from what I understand, it was called a bucket and a half. And he paid around $50 or so for it. This was at the local nursery. That is a great way to save money in terms of getting mulch if you have a lot of mulch that you need for various projects around your house. Okay, well, I want to thank you very much for watching. I want to welcome you to my channel. Hope you like what you've seen so far. If you like what you see, stay tuned for future videos. Planting my vegetable garden, planting potatoes 3 ways, planting strawberry plants in green stalks, and incubating some chicken eggs. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. Thank you.